It's the story of an ex-delinquent, Eiichi Onizuka, boss of the farmer gang Onibaku. His dream is to become a teacher, to help the youth and the future generation stay in the right path and not feel like he did in delinquency. But also to marry a cute high school girl and maybe have her as his housewife at the age of 14. Onizuka wants school to be a place of fun, where students can learn real life lessons and not be treated as garbage. GTO was written by Toru Fujisawa. The first chapter of the manga was published in the 8th January of the year 1997. The first time that I saw the anime, I was still a kid. I've heard of it from my oldest cousin. He was always talking about it, and always in positive terms. His expression was radiating when talking about the great teacher Onizuka, and sincerely overwhelmed after watching such a masterpiece. It made us, me and my brother, want to watch it. And like so many others, so began my journey, a journey full of emotion and surprise, that varied from happiness to sadness to sorrow. My first time watching it was in French. As a kid, I didn't like that anime. But watching it one time wasn't enough for me. No, not to satisfy me. Or to make this video. So in a peak of nostalgia, I decided to rewatch it all over again. And this time, in Bale. And oh my god, I so didn't regret it. Just hearing the opening sound made me feel bounce all over my body. It was magic, like a flow of happiness that made me straight in the face. Seeing the good old character like Onizuka and Kinyo and following their adventure all over again was an experience that I would recommend to everybody. And here I am with my small YouTube channel trying to make you discover and maybe rewatch it if you're already familiar with the anime, such a good masterpiece. That deserves to be at the same level of popularity as the greatest anime of all time. So let's go back to our hero. Onizuka had always been bored in school, and he was treated badly by the teacher. He was often called garbage, a loser, but he won't succeed in life. Even though he was doing his best, the teacher wasn't noticing his progress. It wasn't what he wanted. He wanted school to be a place of fun, where we could learn and be eager to return to school each time we leave it. And you know what? He's damn right. And becoming a teacher gave him the power to make it reality, at least for his school, or at the very least for his class. Though he faced many obstacles during the story that vary from the vice principal that doesn't miss an occasion to try to fire him, to rebellious and broken students that do their best to make their teacher live and be expelled. The classroom that Onizuka teach, and the one the story focuses on, is full of experimented students that know how to make a teacher live and quit teaching forever. They specialize in psychological warfare. So all of them have the reason for doing so. They don't do evil for the sake of evil. Each of the reasons are gonna be explained when the story progresses. And Onizuka won't be discouraged by taking this challenge. In fact, he was recruited by the principal solely for that reason. After showing a great display of courage and strength by saving the vice principal from broken and hurt students, by literally doing a German suplex on him. Yes. Hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. Well, technically he hit 3 birds because he also gets recruited by the principal. He saved the vice principal from the wrath of the student, and in the perspective of the student, he got what he deserved. Onizuka has always been called garbage, and in this scene, you can see the pain in his eyes. You can see the anger that he had endured for so many years, and right now it's displayed in front of us. But you can also briefly notice the disappointment in his eyes. Disappointed that there are still teachers that treat their students that way and continue to perpetuate the problem. He gave them all a lesson of life. Then he just walked away, bringing expelled students with him. So let's go back to our game. Even though the students were successful in making a fool out of him, to such an extent that would make anyone want to quit teaching and punish those little devils. I'm joking, class 3-4. Please don't make my life a living nightmare. I don't want to see BDSM pic of me covering the wall of my school. I already have quite a bad reputation with myself. Thanks, I don't need help. Onizuka will always open his heart to his studies, forgive them, outsmart their maneuver, and survive the many challenges that he faced through all the story. So don't mistake it, guys. Onizuka won't use the power of friendship or forgiveness to achieve that. Nah, it's not Senseiya or fairy tale. Sure, Onizuka is forgiving, but he's also human and an ex-gang member, and he won't hesitate to remind that to his new students when they try to trick him and blackmail him. He just casually built them up to a pole, tied them up, and made them take a cold bath in a lake. And also simultaneously saving them from actual gang members who don't have an actual reason to spare them. 2. That event happened in the first episode of the series, as an introduction to Eiichi Onizuka character. As you may have already noticed, Onizuka wasn't the homeroom teacher of the middle school class. So he permitted himself to be that brutal against them, and by extension, teaching them a real life lesson. Teaching is just a job. When the ring about, teachers have no longer any obligation to protect you and ensure your security. But most importantly, the lesson that they get the most is that teachers are also human. They have emotion, they get mad, and when you try to harm them, they will bite you back, especially when you are messing with a great teacher on the. Now for the class we fall. We begin to follow their adventure in the episode 3. At first, Onizuka will be alone. He won't have any ally. He will have to gain their trust and respect. All of them will try to make his experience a nightmare, even those who don't want to, because of the constant bullying and peer pressure done by students like Uruhara and Kuni. The students that have accepted him as their teacher are no longer considered part of the group. They become outcasts. So the first student that befriended Onizuka was also an outcast, which makes it all easier for him to seek comfort. And friendship, it won't be that easy. Some students will make him regret that, which will lead him to try to attempt suicide for the first time in the story. So don't worry, our hero Onizuka is here to save the day. Too bad that he had to sacrifice the vice principal cat to do so. After that tragic event, the balance between anti-Onizuka faction and pro-Onizuka faction will dramatically shift toward the latter. I won't go into much details because I want you to discover the story by yourself. Well, that's all for me, folks. I hope that you have liked this video. It's my first video on YouTube. I'm still new, so I made a lot of mistakes. Please put a like if you liked the video and subscribe. I hope to see you next time.